Alright everybody, I hope you're doing well. Today I have the unboxing sort of what you get out of the box of one of a pair of identical guns that I got recently because there were two available at the store, and I wanted to get a matching gun, one for my son and one for myself, so that later on when he becomes a man he'll be able to shoot the same gun that I have and we'll be able to bond over that. So what I have here, and it's appropriate because his name is Sam. This gun is also named Sam. So what I have here is a Bulgarian Arsenal Sam7 SF 84E. This was produced in 2020, so it's a brand new gun, and so I got a pair of them, and I'm going to leave this one for him as is. I just attached the sling and put the cleaning rod in, but the one I'm getting, I'm going to be sort of tricking out, putting a flashlight and an optic on, and that way, and I'll be getting bayonets for both of these, but that way that he and I can have the same gun, but I can kind of help him trick his out later on how he wants. So I'll go ahead and show you what you get. Like I said, I already put the sling on, and I put the cleaning rod in, and just to show you what you can, how you get it. If you want to keep it that way, it's totally fine. So Sam7 is the milled receiver variant from Arsenal, Bulgaria. The SF84 denotes the side holding stock, and the E stands for enhanced trigger, so you can kind of see that's sort of a flat profile. This is basically the exact same gun as a AR-M9 from Bulgaria. It's a Bulgarian service rifle. They sell them to NATO, I think, for military aid. I think that the US has bought a bunch of these and distributed it as military aid. So these are legit rifles that you'd see in combat all around the world. The only difference is this is not a machine gun, so semi-auto variant. But this was, like I said, produced in 2020, and I can tell that by the 60 number date stamp. So Arsenal started production 1960, so the 60 date stamp would be 2020. I'll go ahead and show you the gun from front to back, right to, or I guess starboard to port. So in the front we have a Arsenal USA 74 style muzzle brake, very effective muzzle brake, very loud and obnoxious. A standard winged front sight, two-piece cleaning rod, so half of it goes in the underside here, it's retained, and then the other half can fit either in this stamping here on the buttstock or in a magazine pouch. The service rifles, typically they'll have these little things that retain the cleaning rod, but a lot of guys just put the rest of it in the pouch. It does have bayonet lugs, so bayonet lug and accessory lug, 90-degree gas block. This is chrome lined on gas block, and I believe the gas tube's chrome lined. I know the gas block is chrome lined, good, so I can see the chrome lining, but very, very cool. One thing to note is when you're disassembling and reassembling the gas tube out of this gun, it has a spring ring like this. I can only describe it as a leaf spring ring surrounding the opening of the gas tube. You have to move a little leaf spring out of the way in the rear sight block to get this to sit, because otherwise it won't sit level and your gas piston won't ride. So you have to move something out of the way to push this in. Keeps it very secure. Pretty nice feature, but it's just something to know. Really nice machining and casting on all the parts. This is graduated out to 800 meters. Standard leaf sight. It has this huge button for the side folding stock. So this is what you press, and it comes out. Very, very cool. It's spring loaded because of the button. Galil style safety, so I can use with my left thumb, flip it and turn the safety off. So that's pretty neat. I like that, especially because if I'm shooting southpaw, it makes it very easy to turn the safety on or off. So I'll go ahead and just put that safety up on. Side folding stock. This is like a 100 series extension, so receiver ends right about here, and then the buttstock extension goes in. This is actually the milled receiver is slightly a slant cut, so if you're looking to get one of these and do something else, you're gonna have to, I don't know what you would replace it with. I don't know why you would, but this is something to note. The SF has a slant receiver in the back, and I don't know what you would do to replace that if you don't like this stock for whatever reason. I love this stock. So you could potentially do something with the butt stock, but you have to make probably a custom piece. Like I said, I love this butt stock. Really ingenious. It's steel, it's tubular, it has a stamping in here for the other half of your cleaning rod. It also makes it extra strong. It's very easy to press and fold. Has a rubber butt plate here, but it's all steel on the frame, so even if this deteriorates or comes off, you'll still have the steel butt plate. This is retained by two basically mushroom shaped heads in here, so this is very sturdy. It's not coming off. I don't even know how they got that in there, but anyways, on the stock itself, there's your retaining loop there. So that's what catches on the hook. So you can see this is nicely machined, milled receiver. They hot die forged these blocks of steel for about 3.5 hours, and I spent another 5.5 machining all of the components. So really high quality mill spec milled receiver per Bulgarian and I guess NATO request. So flipping this over here, maybe the other side of the folding stock. So it's like that 100 series side folder, but this folds to the right, to the left, which means I can retain my scope. So I will be, on my Sam7, I will be putting a scope rail up with a HoloSun 510C, the one with the little solar panel. I'll be doing that on mine. So with this folded, I'll still be able to have that optic on top. Really good. Here we have that little throw lever, Galil style safety. So left-handed, I can use the AK in a combat situation, and it's just fine. Really, really cool, because I do like shooting offhand. This nice, came with this nice sling. I like that this came with a sling. As expensive as this rifle may be, the fact that this comes with a sling, it beats out like the Wasser and all that other stuff. Like, you don't understand. My first Wasser had like a bayonet, a mag pouch, a sling, like all this crap with it, like 3 mags. And just to have a gun come with a sling in 2021, it's phenomenal. Like, it really made my day. And cleaning rod. So I've just been so jaded from kind of newer AKs, not having any accessories except a mag. Just like, come on. So anyways, smooth top cover. So a lot of these AKs will have stampings. This does not. It's a real thick gauge, smooth top cover. Standard scope rail. Let's see if I can get a better light. There you go. Standard scope rail. Milling. All the numbers match on this gun. And yeah, so 100 series handguards. This is the standard stuff with a stainless steel heat shield. I will be actually trading his upper handguard out, gas tube cover, for a Ijesk ribbed one, but that's the only change I'll be making to his gun because I think it'll look cooler, kind of match the ribbing here. Just a little something from me to him to say, hey, this is, you know, something cool you can have. I like the ribbed gas tube covers, they're really neat. So that's the only change I'm going to put on his gun. I think it'll add a little bit to it. But yep, the barrel is hammer forged and chrome lined, built off Steyr machining. So they purchased, I guess Bulgaria, Circle 10 purchased hammer forging and chrome plating equipment from Steyr. So the barrels are high quality, they're really nice. They're the AKM profile, so really cool. And yeah, overall this is just a excellent looking rifle. They did everything is like flawless on this. It's just perfect. Go ahead and take this gun apart a little bit, kind of show you a few things. So here's that top cover. See how it's smooth? It's really nice stamping. A little bit of a number there, so really cool. If you're ever trying to disassemble something like this quietly, just push the hammer down. You can push the hammer down, that way you don't have to rack it if, you know, let's say you're a family guy and all your family's asleep. So what's cool about these Sam7s, and it's different, distinct, besides the milled receiver, is the fact that the recoil spring is actually a milled affair. So not only is the receiver affair, the recoil spring assembly is actually milled as well. So you can see there's a rod inside of a rod. That's really neat. I had never seen that before on another AK. They're really cool. So it's milled parts all around. Chrome line bolt carrier piston, matching numbers on everything, and everything is just perfectly machined. It's just like really is beautiful. I think the WBP Fox is just as nice, but everything about this gun kind of sets it at that top tier. For AKMs, WBP Fox is at the top tier. I think it's excellent. But this is interesting because it's, you know, obviously a different type of receiver, different manufacturer, so it's just exciting. Because also too, the fact that I got a pair, my son and I can have the same gun and kind of, you know, make memories with them later on. So anyways, show you the inside of here. This is all machined out. It's all one block. Really well done, which also means there is no trunnion. There's just a spot for the barrel to press in. So you can see there's the barrel. It's chrome lined. Well, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but in there you can see the chrome lining. They did a really good job. I took well, I'll just show you. I'm not going to take the gas piston off because it's just a little bit of a bear to put on. It's really easy once you get to know what to do, but I don't want to do it on camera. Needless to say, it comes off easy. It's just putting it back on, you have to move that thing out of the way. So yeah, it has the enhanced trigger, and it doesn't come with a retainer plate, so it's still the standard shepherd's hook, but I'll replace that, no big deal. It does have coiled wires for the springs, which is nice. Probably can't see any of that, sorry, just shitty camera or shitty lighting. And yeah, overall excellent. I'll go ahead and thread the muzzle off here, and I remember it is right hand thread, so it threads off like normal, like a human being made it. there's the crown and the 24mm threads. They did a really good job with the crown on this barrel, and you can see how it looks without that on there. So you can put a crank booster on this, 24mm crank booster if you want. That negates the use of a bayonet, which to my mind the bayonet's more important. So, but it would look cool, I think, with a crank booster, you know, little thing. Yeah, so the cleaning rod is actually this little half piece. And it just slides in like any other AK, but it's miniature. And it's retained right behind the muzzle device. So I'll throw that back on. It's got some of that powder coat or whatever they put on this, so it's a little bit tight. So there you go, real quick. It's nice that it's coarse thread, so it's not that many threads to thread it on. It doesn't take forever like some of the 14x1 left hands are like, come on, put it on. So really big, beefy brake. It is, I think it's chrome lined inside. I'll go ahead and reassemble this gun. Everything also came really nicely oiled. There you go, all back together. And it's like machine smooth. I thought the WBP Fox was smooth. There's like, you can't even feel the hammer. Like with the Fox, you could feel the hammer, and that's the only thing. It was light, but you could still feel it. This is like, I can't feel the hammer. And with the enhanced trigger, it's like, so I'll do it left-handed here. It is a little bit of take up right there, and then like immediate wall. It's phenomenal trigger. They did a really good job because it's like, it's really, really good. I can't explain it. It's just better than any other AK trigger I've felt. If I really cared that much about AK triggers, I'd put this in all my other ones, but I have no problem with like the G2, or I just usually put the country of origin trigger back in the gun, and just swap other parts for if I care about 922R or whatever. But usually I'll put the correct hammer at least back in the gun, so metallurgically it interferes with the bolt carrier the proper way. So but yeah, safety back on. Yep, I'll go ahead and do the ambi. Put this back on. It's a little bit stiff sometimes, but I just have to work it out. Where it connects with the bottom of the receiver, it can clip, and then, there you go. So just because it's a brand new gun, it's a little bit tight, but once you do it enough, it'll work it out, just like every AK. Now I'll go ahead and show you what's in the box, if you care to watch that. By the way, I really like this green canvas sling. I like this. This is like the old school. Really nicely done. I like that it's painted instead of blued, because it means it won't like rust. So anyways, I'll set this gun down and show you what's in the box. This is how it comes, this white cardboard box. Fortunately, both of the guns that were at the shop, the ones that I picked up, the boxes were in good shape, because I know that with collecting, you want the boxes to be in good shape, so that way if you sell the gun, or let's say I pass these down and my grandkids or whoever wants to auction these off or sell them or whatever, I hope they don't, but the boxes will add a ton of value to the firearm, believe it or not. Think about action figures or cards or whatever, the packaging for whatever reason completes the deal, and they'll get, you know, a couple $100 extra for it being in the box. Especially a new in box like this. I've only flipped the side folder and like disassembled it. I haven't shot it or anything. So taking the box open, so it comes with this 3-step affair. So the buttstock goes onto here, middle of the rifle, and the other end. Rifle came in a bag. There was a magazine in this pouch, cleaning kit, cleaning rod, and a very cool owner's manual. So I'll go ahead and leaf through the owner's manual after I show you the other parts. So very surprisingly, another little bit of joy I get from this is that this comes with a cleaning kit, and not just any cleaning kit, a new cleaning kit. You don't have to buy surplus. It's specific for this gun. It's correct. So I don't have to guess, oh man, am I buying one for whatever country to try and match? Comes with it. So very, very cool. Be a cool addition, and you know, because I got a pouch for this gun, I'll just pop that in there. Comes with the little oiler bottle, which also goes in the pouch. Very neat. I'll probably pack it with grease, so that, you know, I think grease is more effective for AKs. I might do half grease, half oil. That way there's a little bit of oil. Like I said, the other half of the cleaning rod, so it can fit in this stamping with retention straps or Velcro, and that's kind of the way they do it. More often they'll put it in the pouch so they don't lose it, because this can just, if the circumstances are right. The other thing besides the mag that this came with were these really cool doorknob charging handle protectors. So the gun comes like that, which is a nice feature, because sometimes in the box the charging handle will just punch through and ruin the box. And of course, everyone's favorite 5-round mag. This is an all polymer deal. There's no steel reinforcements. It's a US made. So I pop it in the gun. So now I'm terrifying Diane Feinstein. What a bitch. So here's the Arsenal handbook for the Sam7 SF. This is the E model, so 84E. Comes with all sorts of cool stuff, and a thank you for my purchase. I got 25% off if I use this. Anyways, has different views, has the features. Of course, it didn't come with number 7. This is for magazine for visual purposes only, which would have been nice if it came with a 30-round mag. General safety, proper operation of the Sam7. Disassembly, cleaning, how to push a button and fold the stock in half. So here's kind of what I was showing you. There's circled there. There is a leaf spring right in front of that and on the gas tube, so you have to kind of move the thing out of the way to push the gas tube down. Never seen it on another AK before. Now, KVAR has been going nuts selling spare parts, including the military issue pouches and stuff. I was lucky to get one. I can't find the egg beater flash hider anywhere, which is, I just want one, but they're going for like $200 on Gunbroker, and it's ridiculous. I don't know why people are stupid, but they overprice everything. Even the gun it's like expensive. It's stupid. So I remember the days of $350 Wassers and $70 SKSs at garage sales, and I wish people would just stop freaking out, relax, and just breathe. The fact that there were 2 of these at the gun shop, I saw an opportunity. Instead of panicking, I went, my son and I can shoot the same gun, and his name's Sam. It's a perfect gun. So anyways, that's the owner's manual and a cool coupon code. So yeah, that's what you get in the box with this Sam7 SF 84E. I'll be keeping all the accoutrements in the box and just kind of letting this one sit. I'll probably oil it a little bit, grease it, put it in the bag, and then put it back in the box and put it in dry storage. And let its value go through the roof. The day after I had bought this one, set the other one on layaway, they went up to like $2,000 or something like that on I saw like a model on KVAR, and then of course on Gunbroker they're through the roof right now. I got a really good price on these, so I will leave it there. I'll just kind of pack everything back up, put it back in the box, and work on another gun. I got a trigger group I got to put in. So that's this gun, Arsenal Sam7 SF 84E. Very well. There we go. Very cool Bulgarian military issued rifle. What's interesting also about this spring guide rod is the fact that it has a little U cut out, and it's got like a hole in the side almost for a lanyard loop. It's pretty neat. So I don't know if they have a pin that they put through the back there or whatever, but yep. That's that. Hope you enjoyed this really in-depth look. When I get my other one off layaway, I will hopefully by then get my other components to kind of tacticalize it and show you what I did. I am not a dum-dum. I don't go over the top with my tactical AKs, but there are force multipliers that I do kind of believe in. So all I'll be doing is getting a Holosun 510C with a simple rail, side rail. I'll be getting I have a WBP gas tube rail. I'll be fitting it to this. So it's a drop-in part. It's not like I'm bolting it to the barrel. It's a drop-in component. I can take it on and off just like a regular gas tube. And a offset mount with a little flashlight, probably an O light. Just a little square, small flashlight. Because this is not a light rifle, as it is milled, so it is about a third of or 3/4 of a pound or more heavier than a regular AKM. But I think that means it's going to shoot a little bit easier, and it'll be more, you'll know where the gun is more. So indexing it, you have a little bit more control than with a lighter gun. At least that's how I feel about heavier guns. I like RPKs, so I know how they shoot. I know how to shoot them offhand. They sort of move like that. This is a little bit on the heavy side, so it feels good. I have a few Circle 10 mags that are coming in the mail. Like I said, that little light offset mount, gas tube rail, 510C, and that's it. That's all I'll do to it. and a bayonet. So gotta have a bayonet on your tactical AKs. Yeah, that's this Sam7 SF 84E. This is for my son, Sam, and I hope he likes it. I don't know why he wouldn't. It's a freaking arsenal, baby. Have a good day. Bye-bye.